Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a read for you today as well as sand art and oracles at the end. And before I start my read, I did want to make an announcement about a research study that's very important. There is a study by a physician that I see, and he's an amazing guy, who is doing his own research on Mifepristone. Mifepristone. I can't say this for anything. Mifepristone, okay, for non-small cell lung cancer, okay? And these are for people who have no other options. And I can't discuss results with you about this, the use of this drug with non-small cell lung cancer, but it's very promising, okay? And it's used for Cushing's disease. It's a type of steroid, but it's very expensive. If you go on to this study, and again, these are non-small cell lung cancer patients who have no other options, okay? And this is an option which is very promising, and you get this medicine for free, okay? So I'd really like you to reach out if you know anyone with non-small cell lung cancer to please call this doctor. His name is Dr. Jerome H. Okay, the study is online. Okay. The phone number is 215-635-4400, and this is in Melrose Park, Pennsylvania. So if you know if anyone's who's close, you know, you have to come in for visits, I think at least once a month. So if if you're anywhere in the surrounding areas, there's definitely patients who come in from New York and different places for this study. Again, this is a drug that costs, I think, $600 a pill, something like that, and you get it for free for the rest of your life, okay? And again, this is for people with no options in non-small cell lung cancer. They've tried everything, nothing's worked, and they have an option here, but nobody knows about it. And because he's doing it as an individual doctor, it's his own study. It's not done by an institution or a drug company. It's very hard for him to get the word out or get help from those other institutions or doctors. So I'm telling you, it's worth calling, okay? Okay, and you can look up if you want some solid information about it, because obviously they're doing it for cancer, and it's not thought to be just good for non-small cell lung cancer, but he had to choose one specific cancer to do the study for. So that was the specific cancer that he chose. But it could be promising for other cancers. So it's important to get this out there. It's been used, and there is research completed on Cushing's disease and the use of this. Okay? It is a steroid. And, just think about this. Chemo, steroid, which would you rather get? Okay, and this is promising for someone who's had chemo and it didn't work. Okay, so I'm urging you guys, if you know anyone with non-small cell lung cancer, I know I've said it a few times already, please have them call that number, and I'll post the information below. Okay, and also just a little word about him. He's been my doctor for many years now. He's made Philadelphia Magazine's Top Doctor and South Jersey Top Doctor multiple times. So, he's a great guy. So now I'm going to get into my stuff, okay? It is December 11th, 2018. The 11 of Justice, okay, which is all about truth and balance. The day adds up to 34-7, which is the 8 of Wands, which is very passionate exchange of communication or physical expression, okay? Arrows of love, it's all about that information. So with the Justice card, there could definitely be some heated exchanges here as far as justice, so there could be some battles coming out. Depends how it's used, okay? Or it could be justice in a heated exchange in a positive way, okay? So there could be a lot of loving energy here as well. The 34-7 is a 7. It's very spiritual. It's the 4 of stability on the inside, and then 3 of self-expression and coming together with others, that very joyful expression on the outside. producing that 7 of very calm spiritual energy. It's really about, the 7 is really about connecting the mind with the heart space. Okay, so in these energies of justice, and I was, by the way, guided to watch 7 pounds. So the day before I was guided to watch 7, which I'd seen multiple times before, and then I was guided to watch again 7 pounds, which I love that movie. I mean, who cannot love that movie? It's amazing. So if you haven't seen 7 pounds, you must watch 7 pounds, okay? But at 7:07, I think the movie was over. There was another, 7:07 came up both days with watching 7 and 7 pounds. So it's very significant. And 7 pounds was all about helping others. So I have a standard here, so I'm going to actually do that first. I kind of ended up doing that in the middle of the read, so let's see what we have, and then we'll go back and start the read. And there's, again, it's considered Divine Feminine reads from the Divine Feminine perspective, but there's lots of information for both the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine within the read. I really don't lean towards one or the other. I just get the information I get, and there's always lots of information for both. So, the sand art. Sand art, the messages I got, first thing was an ET invasion. And then I was seeing it, the ET invasion was through the ovaries. It's about hybrid babies coming in and the unions coming in so that these babies can come into the unions. Weddings were definitely coming up again, but they were a little, the feeling about them was a little bit different today. It was the same theme with the, you know, the pictures that I've shown before, but it was like the masculines have now ascended in their vibration. Also, I was actually seeing a ceremony that looks like the Divine Masculine is the bride and the Divine Feminine is the groom with ovaries. And also one with 2 brides, both with new eggs, so there could be same-sex marriage of 2 feminines who both end up getting pregnant. And also I was seeing, oh, this was unusual too, like that possibly maybe there's a conjoined twin who comes together with a masculine, which would be really cool. But that was coming up in the picture, literally. I would never have thought that, but that's what I was seeing. So I was seeing smooth sailing, crossing the divide. And after I saw the conjoined twins, with a marriage to, not like the twins marrying each other, but like the conjoined twins still conjoined, marrying a Divine Masculine. And right after I wrote marriage to twin, I got the great and powerful Oz. And I literally was seeing like the road to Oz. And then I was just seeing Dorothy and, you know, and the others going down the path to Oz, and spirits connecting with me. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Because of the wonderful things he does. Okay, and Oz, and God was relating the mighty Oz to him, her, him, her. I'm seeing brides multiplying, and then I got chills. They're multiplying, and I'm losing control because the power you're supplying is electrifying. And then I was guided to keep going with that to the masculines. You better give up, because I need a man, okay? And my heart is set on you, okay? So you can read the lyrics, but it was very strong, and Spirit's still connecting with me. Then I was seeing The Road to Giza. And is that a movie? I can't remember, but that's the download I was getting. The Road to Giza, and then I was seeing ships and drones. And then I was seeing it could be anybody, but it could be the masculine or the feminine, but I was seeing them in pairs, digging for buried treasure. And it could even be relating to being in Egypt. I was getting that feeling of like being in the desert and digging in the sand for treasure, for buried treasure. And major masculine arousal around this. And the feminine's protecting the path, or doing a sit-in, or meditating, you know, you can see, but I was seeing them in pairs, whether it's the twins together or two feminine twins together meditating. Also in pairs to release sexual energy. So obviously that would be more of the actual twins together, but it could be also just twins working together to release their sexual energy. Some are very emotional, and this big emotion may leak out to others, so I'm guided to say that. But also some become so emotional that they fly away in their expansion. It's like their emotions become their elevation, and some quicker and take off than others, but only to land at the next level as others follow the same route. And I was seeing underground tributaries, possibly to mosques. It doesn't have to be about a mosque, but I was seeing these underground tributaries, and then energy waves expanding out from the spine, just like the body, and out from the spine. The tributaries were expanding out, and the root, out from the roots within the earth, to connect with the heart and raise the kundalini to fly using your emotions. Okay, so this is about the twins using their expansive emotions to elevate their vibration and fly away, right? Because they literally transform into birds flying away. It was very cool. And using your emotions. But then I was literally getting blue rays with wings, and then landing in different dimensions depending on their mission. All right, so no one ascends the same way. You know, some people, and I was actually talking about this to a twin yesterday, how some will land at different dimensions. Like some twins may stay at the 7th dimension, some will go up to the 13th or whatever. Okay, so it just depends on their mission. So it's not a race between twins. No one's doing the same patterns, okay, in that sense. All right, so now we get into the read. It starts out with the Four of Wands, or the Four of Flames in the Syrian Starseed, which is very beautiful. I don't know if you've ever seen that deck. Yeah, I'll show it. So this is the Four of Wands. This is how the read starts out, okay? Very much about the union energies, very powerful. And the Two of Wands, like this, is right above it. Okay, so it starts out with the Four of Wands, which can be union, it can be the home. I was getting the Queen of Cups twin, okay, it can just be a Queen of Cups, but this person standing guard in their truth to the Queen of Swords who may be coming out of hiding. So there's some kind of guard, the Queen of Cups guarding to a Queen of Swords at home or in union. And also I was getting energy from this to clear your home, clear your union energies. That sage, sage, sage. I was getting this message to you guys. So make sure you clear your energies right now. It's very important. Of home and union. Okay, it's all about around stability and building. So, and then right after I wrote this, when I started the read, it was so strange. My piano, which never makes a sound, and if any sound, if I'm walking around the room and it creaks or something, because the wood's creaking because I'm walking on the floor, it doesn't make any noise. But all of a sudden, right after I wrote the opening line here, not the wood of the piano on the outside, but literally the inside of the piano, the music notes made a noise that I've never heard before. I sit here all the time for 30 years, right? I hear this weird noise, so I stop and I'm like, huh? Like, what was that? And then all of a sudden my nose just started gushing and I started bleeding. It was the weirdest thing. And then it started coming out the other side, and I'm like, wait a minute. Usually only one nostril bleeds at a time, and it was just one, but there was so much blood coming that it came out the other side as well. But it was just so random. Now the nose bleed, not so much because the weather did get colder today, but it was so weird that it came out right after the noise from the piano. So let me know if anything comes up for you randomly about that. Make sure to comment below. Share, like, subscribe, all those kind of things. Thank you guys so much. So rising to the occasion, and then my nose started bleeding. The hermit is out with their families, or they could be out with their rich old man. Like I was literally getting, you know, a wealthy family and maybe a father in a wheelchair, but that the hermit, so it could be someone who's just being a hermit. It could be a Virgo, it could be a professional, it could be another wise old man. But I see the hermit pushing this old man, a father, someone from the family. So it could be a father or a grandfather. While the Knight of Wands and Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles are at home. Like the Queen of Pentacles is home with the kids, or they could, the whole family may be out together. Or the hermit could be caring for this man while the kids are with the Queen of Pentacles or running around passionately inspired by the Queen of Pentacles. Like they could be out running Christmas errands, holiday errands, Hanukkah, whatever it is. The hermit may miss the old man who blessed them with so much. All right, so there may be a father or a grandfather who has passed already, and this is bringing up the feelings about that person, of this hermit, because this man blessed them with so much. Okay, maybe they left them a house or an inheritance or whatever it is, but just feeling very blessed by this person and missing them. Okay, because there was so much abundance, not only from that, but the abundance of who they were, their legacy of who they were, was just a very positive memory. Okay. The King of Swords may be out healing. And I was definitely getting a King of Swords and King of Wands here. And actually getting the King of Swords and King of Wands could be these parents that you're thinking fondly of. Not that both of them have passed, they may have. But I was definitely getting that the father had passed or the grandfather had passed. And this I was maybe getting is this King of Swords type of energy with the Queen of Swords, but it doesn't have to be. But then I'm also getting the King of Swords out healing, aligning with forgiveness. So this could definitely be the Divine Masculine, but it could be another King of Swords in your life. Aligning with forgiveness, reaping efforts in order to get over a loss, unhappiness, and not getting their wish of union with the Queen of Pentacles and kids. Okay? So this could be a Divine Masculine or a Karmic not coming together with this Queen of Pentacles and kids. So that could be a Divine Feminine or it could be a Karmic. There's definitely the King of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords could be there too with the kids. That's a potential. But she wasn't sitting right with the kids. She was sitting in the home. There could be a Queen of Swords also that he didn't get to come back with, but maybe this Queen of Swords doesn't have kids. She's just at the home alone. And the Queen of Pentacles has kids. So then children is the underlying energy, right? The children are affecting your love life. But it's very much about the children and how they are affecting things right now. And your inner child. The card below the children was, it is safe for you to love. And it is much about that bond between you and your children and becoming closer, especially around the holidays. It's a great time when the kids are out of school. You know, their perspective is different because they're all excited about getting presents and all that kind of thing. So they're more open to some bonding time. The Emperor comes up, who's been thinking about how he controlled possibly his twin. It's coming up as twin. The Emperor's been thinking about how he controlled his twin to cause pain, putting truth aside in order to find peace for himself so that he could have his day in the sun with his fruit, enjoying the fruits of his labor. Okay, so that's one situation coming up. Another underlying energy coming up was relationship change, and beneath that was intuition, using your intuition. So for the Divine Feminine, it's all about relationship change and using your intuition. So it could be a change within yourself and your relationship with yourself, your kids, your twin, your karmics, but there's a relationship change with underlying energy here, which is all about, it's blue, so it's very much about speaking up, speaking your truth, but blue is also about peace. Okay. The King of Cups reversed comes up here. The unavailable loving man, or so-called loving man. So it could be a loving man who's just, you know, not his normal self. He could be over-emotional. He could be emotionally unavailable. He could be manipulative. Okay, he could be drunk. And that all comes up for someone around the holidays. But the unavailable loving man without peace, due to snow bunny in blue, with white fur, running away at the autumn full moon, aligning with freedom to stand their ground, holding extra ammunition if needed. The rainbow codes of the planets, to find and drink from the Holy Grail. Okay? So this is very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just a very random coming together of information here. So it may not resonate with everyone, but there's definitely specific messages in this, and I'm going to say it again because I know it was a little difficult. It wasn't really smooth coming out. The King of Cups reversed, the unavailable loving man, without peace right now, due to a snow bunny in blue with white fur, running away at the autumn full moon. So this could be a past, a memory, or it could be the present. Okay, and it could be a person or an animal, there's fur involved. So however it resonates to you, however you hear it, that's what it means, okay? Running away at the autumn full moon, aligning with freedom, so it could even be an animal who escaped, right? To stand their ground, holding extra ammunition if needed, along with the rainbow codes of the planets, in order to find and drink from the Holy Grail. So someone is like running for their freedom, like looking for where the grass is greener. But it could be a memory of something that happened. It could be a painful memory for the masculine, or it could be something that happened in the present. The King of Cups reversed has been affected by Saturn and its responsibilities, and also rubies and rubles were coming up. Aligning with the boat at the beach, or the painting on the wall of the beach house, the frog in the grass, the ripple effect, teal, and grass. Parties on the boat as the jester performs, ring around the ankle with 24-karat gold and rainbow streamers as the frog becomes the prince with the large gold cup. Okay, so this could be a memory for someone. It could be thinking back to the old days when they had fun with a current relationship that's not working out, but it also could be the present where the divine masculine thinks that he's not enough, so he has to be the one who makes people laugh, or he has to be the one who gives the biggest, best, most expensive gifts, okay, in order to be included, or to, be one of the chosen ones, being one of the VIP guys. That's definitely the energy that I was getting here. But only to find now that he resonates much more with the mongoose and the squirrels, the mice, the birds, the grass, and the trees. The wise one helps old men, while the Queen of Pentacles spends time with children, both unsatisfied, longing for union, the Holy Grail. The Emperor may have thought that the Queen of Swords was his twin, and that he deserved abuse from his military past, when actually his twin is the Queen of Pentacles, or vice versa. He may have thought the Queen of Pentacles was his twin, and it's actually the Queen of Swords. Okay, so recently, this was all underlying energy coming into the story here, okay? So recently, the twin flames, King of Pentacles reversed, at night, in need of attention, or after loss of money and status, feeling like a failure, heavily affected by the moon at night. The divine feminine may have multiple suitors that she's not interested in, or just with kids aligning with union, twin, and the Holy Grail. The foundation, and here number 28 comes up again, all right, and 28 is significant because it's the Two of Wands, which is the twin flames. So whenever you talk about twin flames here too, it could be a choice of path, but that's what twin flames are all about. It's co-creation, so you're constantly choosing path, right? You go from 3 to 2, 3 to 2, 3 to 2. You keep creating. So the number 28 comes up here for the twins, but it's also, I like it coming up because it's my address, but I'm trying to think if there's something else, but it is the masculine energy. 28 is a 1. Okay, and this was coming up again here where the divine masculine is walking away from 28. So it could be walking away from a twin temporarily to go within. Maybe they just came in to have a talk and then need some time still to wrap things up. But also could be walking away from a home, okay, because I'm relating it to my home. So I was definitely getting masculines leaving the home, okay? Awakened with new ideas to work, or align when the twins are out and about, walking on the sand. And then I was getting the footsteps in the sand again of Jesus's footsteps in the sand, that where were you when I needed you, and they were carrying you. Okay, so walking on the sand, or there could be a masculine at the beach or the desert, could be the feminine as well. But Batman walking away from 28, the Two of Cups. The Two Cups. It's not the Two of Cups, but two cups were coming up here with the 28. Like it was 2 cups and 8, 2, 8. So 28, 2 cups, and 2 of Wands, since that's the twin flames, were coming up here with a new idea for work with the Queen of Pentacles and children, potentially. So it could be the Queen of Pentacles and her children, or a new idea for work with the Queen of Pentacles and children. Or children whose fathers have turned their back on them. Centrally, the issue or energy is all about being up at night, levitating, or just rising above and being strong in connection with your higher self. Maybe needing to say hi to a Pisces or a Leo or a Taurus energy to relieve suffering of those who have been controlled by a narcissistic, bearded man playing God, and no one seems to notice or be paying attention. Women allowing it as long as they get money, attention, new boobs, or their hair done, and then later being controlled or silenced by this narcissist. The challenge being for the Divine Feminine is the Queen of Wands energy. And now part of the read was about the Queen of Wands energy around the holidays, because a lot of people are going to be the Queen of Wands for the holidays. They're going to work out, they're going to be sexier than usual, they're going to dress up, right? Because we have all these holiday parties to go to. So the challenge for the Divine Feminine is being the Queen of Wands, right? Being that creative, magnanimous, the person with all the personality and the looks and the confidence, right? The challenge is the Queen of Wands may be judging, the actual Queen of Wands may be judging others who open their heart to them. And this Queen of Wands may not be working. Or she may just be stubborn or lazy, but this was coming up around this particular Queen of Wands. Or wanting to do a little shopping, but their money is controlled by someone else. Also, Queen of Wands could be gossiping. They could be free as a bird and arrogant, always yelling, always getting their way. Daddy's little girl expressing her feelings and exposing the King of Cups. Okay, so here we have a King of Cups and Queen of Wands energy. So it could definitely be that Divine Masculine with their karmic energy. The main focus energy is the High Priestess, who's intuitive, or a secret comes out about a Leo Queen of Wands, narcissist, or in a narcissistic marriage or religion. The twins are already in physical union. The twins who are already in physical union may be struggling with exes, and the Divine Masculine going back and forth, walking away, going within, or back and forth between kids and work, or kids in shared custody, etc. Now there's commitments that come up regarding the establishment. So just paperwork, taxes, legal matters. It could just be simple things that you need to get done right now. In death or transformation of a person, marriage, or commitment. Okay, it's nothing new. This is stuff that's already happened. Kids may be in need of attention. They may be ungrounded. They may be spending money they shouldn't be spending. Or they could be mad and having tantrums, especially in a divorce situation, okay? They could be suffering or stressed and can't sleep, frustrated, creatively, sexually blocked, in release from mental or actual prison, okay? So these are people, kids, or they could be adults acting like children, expressing all of these energies. And there may be someone, you know, most people obviously are just getting out of mental prison, but there are definitely people actually getting out of prison. I've actually spoken to people who have someone in prison. So having had, it was like this energy of having had okay things, right? You know how kids are, but now only wanting the best. Like they're not accepting anything but the best. This could also regard these adults of divorce acting like children, being sneaky, telling half-truths, spending all the money to get back at the other, causing financial drain, drama, explosions, lies, and or a split, and duplicity definitely coming up. Okay, and there could be some kind of, I wasn't really getting pregnancies here, new children right there. It wasn't really the theme here, but it could be about someone getting pregnant and there may be issues around this where it's not actually their child, or it could be after the fact where maybe someone had a miscarriage or an abortion, okay? So those are just energies. There's duplicity. It's, you know, lying, deceiving energy coming up here. The energies coming up around this were Libra, Scorpio, Taurus. Also could be a split between a Leo or Aries and a Pisces, and the above signs, the Libra, Scorpio, Taurus, okay? So I was getting a Leo, Pisces, or there might be a spicy Leo. I was getting a Leo, Pisces person with both signs, or Aries, Pisces, in regards to a Libra, Scorpio, Taurus energy, where this one person has all these energies. So that could be this divorce situation. In a marriage, narcissist or Taurus, destined to stay quiet but about to explode about their feelings, harvesting his energy for his magic, okay, or his tools, or whatever he does for a living, manifestations or manipulations of secrets. Also trying to wake up family or partners, possibly a regal King of Cups and a King of Pentacles who thinks he's Superman, to the twin divine feminine, fantasy, secret, or psychic, a burden or a need to confess. The King of Swords, between magical high priestess, Aries, Pisces, and a jealous Sagittarius. All right, so there's different things here. So it's getting a King of Swords between two energies. All right, so the two competing energies for the King of Swords are either between a magical high priestess or an Aries or Pisces, and a jealous Sagittarius, a jealous angel, or a Scorpio Sag energy. There's a lot of jealousy over big love through work or jealousy of his work. Soon the lovers around the world are sick of trying to find peace, sovereignty, expressing their feelings, exposing fun, high energy, and disconnects. Everywhere people are drained energetically, trying to find peace in what they have, with expressing affection and completing things and wrapping things up for the holidays. So literally wrapping things up, but also just getting things done, okay? And the energies coming up here were Leo, Gemini, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, and maybe Aquarius. The Divine Feminine is coming up as the moon, seeing herself that way. And it's in the Syrian Star Seed deck is a Luna, okay? At home or festive workplace with dysfunctional family, as the moon waxes to the full moon, deep dark emotions well up inside the Divine Feminine to be verbalized. Also, there could be news or message or a child wanting to talk more than usual. The energies for the Divine Feminine coming up here are all about loving yourself first and chemistry, that there is a magnetic attraction here. And this could regard a relationship, but it could also be regarding your children. Around the Divine Feminine, or how she is seen, is a star, a singer, a musician, an Egyptian, or just dreams expressed and healing to be had. Nativity scenes, Christmas trees and decorations, getting busy running errands and making decisions, gaining clarity about your destiny, good fortune, and giving to others. Okay, this is the energy around the Divine Feminine. Energies around, specifically, we're coming up as Gemini, Leo, Cancer, Aries, Libra, and Aquarius. The Divine Feminine needs to clear blocks of the Knight of Pentacles, who's all about practical offers, proposals, being a workhorse, being friendly and kind, being simple, spiritual, affectionate, and unburdened. So if you have any issues around any of this, to let go of them, you know, because it's not enough. You know, you need to be the King of Pentacles, not the Knight of Pentacles, right? But the Knight of Pentacles is very sure-footed and slow. He takes his time, but he, you know, he always gets there. And he's kind and friendly to everyone. He's very simple. And this is the energies that are coming up for the holidays that the Divine Feminine needs to clear. The energies, like I said early in the read, are perseverance and individuality. So it's all about Divine Feminine never giving up on her independence and who she is. Working on her body and being more sexy for the holidays, or she's working with a Queen of Wands who gets all the attention for her looks or just a lot of confidence because she's really fiery. The present, or presents, since we're talking about the holidays, is about having a drink, confessing jealousies, and big loves and insecurities about looks or whatever, letting it all hang out and being present, okay? There's energy here of Taurus, Gemini, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. The King of Swords may need to confess to a Sagittarius Queen of Wands about a magician and high priest fantasy, and a Scorpio may be very jealous about a King of Swords Sagittarius, or vice versa, over a Sag or Leo Queen of Wands. Presently, the Queen of Wands and King of Cups are showing up together. Could be a Leo and a Scorpio. Sag Scorpio has a big love for work, and the Queen of Wands is working on getting attention. So the Queen of Swords or Queen of Pentacles may be left at home or with kids by a divine masculine at night, choosing the path of the higher self, with or without the Queen of Wands lover, proposing marriage or commitment at present, or waiting for their ship to come in. The ship being the divine feminine's heart opening more, letting others in. The Empress confesses at work, feeling left out or abandoned, or literally was left out in the cold while out drinking with friends from work. Or others from work went out without her, or everyone was invited to the E-Tower. Okay, so it could be a divine feminine's home, or it could be a karmic's home. But I'm getting this, everyone from work was invited except for this Empress for a work party. There may be a Sagittarius female who left the Empress off the list on purpose due to jealousy of a big love. The Queen of Swords talks about family happiness or emotional fulfillment with the Magician, or with using her own abilities. The Queen of Swords, happy and magical when her heart is open. There may be a mother also at facility who may feel left out in the cold as well. Unions and twins are here. The queens defending their thrones and their big cups. The Queen of Pentacles may be unhappy in a marriage, going within to transform to a Queen of Swords for a Queen of Wands for the holidays. Or the Queen of Pentacles or Queen of Wands may be walking away from a marriage or commitment. At night or by the full moon, lovers are out being seen, shining their light, proposing with presence to the divine feminine's heart. So this presence is about being present, but also proposing with presence, bringing presence to the divine feminine. So there's definitely proposals here. Obviously not everyone's coming into union right now, but there's definitely energy of that, and why not, being around the holidays and Christmas and Christ and all that kind of stuff. So there's definitely going to be some proposals. Okay, now I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you guys. Okay, I don't know if I brought up the codes. Yeah, I think I forgot to bring up the codes for the Divine Feminine were all about perseverance and individuality. The numbers that came up, did I say this? The higher self, guidance, the lovers, the moon, and the star came up as the higher arcana. There was 4 wands, 1 cup, and 1 pentacle for the Divine Feminine. So it's like so much wands today, okay? The Queen of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles were the only court cards that came up in the main read. All the rest of the people that I'm talking about were in clarity, or clarification cards, okay? But the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles were the significant court cards. The numbers that came up were 48, 234, 12, 3, and 411. There's definitely energy of Sagittarius energy was coming up, as well as Sage coming up a lot in the codes to clear, clear, clear. That there's like a 48-year-old is also coming up as a Queen of Wands type of 48-year-old. But also, it was like expressing that even the Queen of Wands is of God, okay? Everyone has their own personality, and it's all good, okay? Clear for 0 point. The high 8 I was getting for 0 point. Clear, the wise one, of fire and flame. So this is all about transmuting the any negative energies, allowing people to be individuals, and persevering in your own authenticity. And some may walk away from this. So there may be a Sag Queen of Wands who doesn't want to do this and walks away. You know, obviously there's going to be people who don't want to ascend. So this was the energy coming up, to transmute all of these fiery energies, but allow people to be themselves even if they choose not to ascend. Even if you know that it's not for their highest good not to do something, you have to allow them their own choices. Also, I was seeing DNA upgrades. And the wise ones going within. So it's really about just being your authentic self, because we are all God when we are our authentic self. Okay. So I'm now going to pull your oracle cards. So we have the Ascension deck. Take a deep breath, guys. Take a deep breath. Clear and align. Clear and align. Clear and align. Okay, so for December 11, 2018, what is the advice for everyone watching today for the best and highest good of all those concerned? The bottom of the deck is the 12 chakras. It's number 1, the masculine energy. Okay, we have 12, the 12 days of Christmas. The number 1, the affirmation for the 12 chakras is I awaken my 12 fifth dimensional chakras. My 12 fifth dimensional chakras. Okay? So you might want to work on not only the 7 but all 12 chakras. And again, it's the 12 chakras for December 12, the 12 days of Christmas. And I was just getting a dozen as well. The card that came out for you guys is the Pleiades, is number 16, which is the Tower energy. And this reads, and it's another 7, 16 is a 7. So we have the day 34-7, and then the 16-7, and I said 7s were coming up. The Pleiadians are great healers. They love the earth and all who live on her. By drawing this card, you're being invited to open your heart to Pleiadian healing. All right, and since this was coming up in the read about the Divine Feminine opening her heart more to others, this is, significant for you guys. You're being invited to open your heart to Pleiadian healing. Let them enfold you in their loving, healing blue light, and blue rays came up in the read so that their wisdom and gifts flow to you. When you have absorbed these qualities into your energy field, then pass them on to others. And so that was coming up as well as the ripple effect, okay? Remember that the animals who come from the Pleiades, the sheep, pandas, and pigs, heal people and the land. Bless them and honor their work on our planet. The affirmation is I open my heart to love and healing from the Pleiades. Okay? For the past life deck, so you might want to meditate, and you could travel to Pleiades, or you could research the Pleiades, watch a video online. Interviews with EDs, okay? Alright, so from the past life deck, take your deep breath. What is the advice on this December 11, 2018 from the past life deck? What do we need to know for the best and highest good of all of those watching and all of those concerned? The best and highest good of all those concerned. What is the energy? What do we need to know? Okay. On the bottom of the deck is lessons and blessings, and there's a stopwatch there, or an antique watch. Okay. So I'm getting immediately stopping of time, right? Because we ended time, linear time, in 2012. 12 again, okay. This stopwatch is stopped on It looks like 9 minutes before 2. It's either exactly 10 of 2 or 9 of 2. Actually, it could be 11 before 2. Somewhere between, it could be 11. 11 minutes to 2 o'clock. Lessons and blessings. So it's all about the lessons of time and being grateful for the blessings that we have. Some may feel like they're running out of time. But we all know, that is an illusion, okay? Also, it could be, and it's stuff from the past. So there definitely could be some antiques that you hold that may have energy that you need to clear. Actually, I actually have a watch, a small little watch like this on a necklace from my grandmother. But anyone who has an old pocket watch from a parent, a father, that type of thing, they might need to clear it. And again, sand was coming up in the read, and I was getting sands of time again. Like the hourglass past, like the sands, with the expression from Days of Our Lives. Like the sands of time are the days of our lives, something like that. But that's just the underlying energy. Someone might be at a swim meet or something like that as well. It might be some kind of athletics event where you're being timed. Also, I was just getting to look in your pockets. Someone might be missing something. It's in a pocket. Knighthood and Monk or Nun are the cards that came up for you guys. Alright, and I'm immediately getting division causes the dark to come in, because I got that from the pitchfork yesterday, and this Knight is reminding me of the same. Divided we fall. You need to clear, the Knights of the Round Table, the monks and the nuns, saying prayers for the knights. Saying your prayers at night. I'm also getting that bringing your hands together in this prayer position, because you have chakras in your hand, it makes a circuit within your body, okay, so it makes your energy more powerful, okay, because you're not losing your energy, okay, it's circulating within you. It's like one circuit, like when you come together with your twin, the energy between you, right, when you're in divine union, the energy all stays within your circuit between you. And this is the same kind of energy they're showing me, that you hold the circuit sealed when you do this. And it creates a shield. This is what I'm getting. This creates, when you do this, it helps you create a shield around you. It's also showing me, when you put your hands to your head here for the truth. I mean, look. The hands together with the shield and bringing it to your forehead, the truth. Okay. And also it's bringing up family seals, right, which is an old template, because the patriarchy is coming down, and that's part of the patriarchy, right, because your status makes you better than someone else. But also to clear your attachments, your cords, your vows of a monk or a nun, your vows to celibacy, to silence, all of those things. You need to cut those cords and release those vows to secrecy. Secrecy is a big one coming up from the night. Vows to secrecy. Break them. Secrecy and silence is the big one. Okay, and this has been an issue with the church. So those who have taken a vow, right, because priests always hear confession, no one should be required to hold a lie, is what I'm getting. Not allowed to hold a lie, but no one deserves to have to hold a lie, right? Because that holds negative energy within them, okay? That's what I'm getting from the past life deck. And then the journey of love. We are in a line. Take another deep breath, you guys. I'm feeling a lot of energy welling up. Clear in a line. Clear in a line. Okay, and so everyone watching, this December 11, 2018, for justice, justice for all, what is the message that we need for the best and highest good of all those concerned, of all those watching? What is the message? What is the message? What is the message? Okay. The bottom of the deck is 63, the light field, and the card that came out is eruption of light. So it's all about light, and the light just shown on the card, okay? The light field. 63 is the 6, 7, 8, 9 of swords, all right? So that's suffering energy. It's a lot of, you see there's a lot of sharp edges and energy here in this card. It's very distorted, and it's very difficult to feel into, whereas the eruption of light card is very different from that, all right? This is like the, and this is number 11, so today is 11, that's for justice. So we have 63 is the 9, 369, okay, which is like the 45D60, or 3D45D60 would be 12. And then eruption of light is coming up as 11, the justice card. So justice and the 9 of swords. Justice for the suffering, okay? And you see, this is very much about this one is very much, this is the suffering card, all right? So that's chaotic energy. This is about the light energy organized, when you're no longer suffering, okay? This the peaceful energy, when the light is peaceful. One is chaotic light, the other one is peaceful light. So I'm going to read you both. The bottom of the deck, is that it? Is the yin yang lover, okay? Which is number 8. Okay, so staying at 0 point. The yin yang lover. And that's definitely about integrating the masculine and feminine within at 0 point. Okay? So we're going to read 63 first, and then we'll read 11. Alright, 63, the light field. You're very open to the other side. The veil that separates the worlds is very fine for you, for there's much love in your heart, and love exists beyond all barriers, including those of time, distance, and even death. If you wish to communicate with those who have passed on, do so through your heart. And this came up in the read, that there may be a father that you miss, okay? If you want to communicate energetically with your beloved, even though you're separated in physical location, then you can do so now, okay? And tomorrow is 12/12, right? So we have that 12/12 portal, and then the 12/21. There's some very powerful energies and shifts coming in here. If your psychic abilities are opening and you need confirmation or reassurance, accept this message of guidance as being such. Those who have passed can be received fully and peacefully into the light, and your love guides them home. The messages that you sense in your own heart that come from unconditional love that uplift and reassure can always be trusted. The light is so close to you, beloved. It surrounds you as glow from within. And it's talking about the light coming in, and the two cards are about the chaos of the light and the peacefulness of the light, and transmuting and taking in these harsh energies that are making us feel stressed. So it's showing you the contrast there. This oracle brings you guidance that you're connecting with a field of awareness that is real, and that you are protected by light as you do so. All right? You are protected by light. We were just talking about this. That bringing your chakras together in a circuit within yourself is a protection. It is confirming that there is nothing for you to do or fear, that nothing for you to fear, and that those who have passed on or will pass on in the future will always be safely held in love. It is also confirming that there are very real bonds that connect you to your loved ones, past, present, future, that are beyond the confines of time and space. And the poem reads, when I'm in love, I am not afraid to be any part of me. I let it all be free, the world to know, and when I'm ready to love, I will create a reflection of who I am, and we will shed our fears, complete our past, and trust love to be our guide. The Spirit's connecting with me. Okay, so it's really all about being authentically you. Even if parts of you are not perfect, it's okay. Be you. Even if it's not deemed as right or good, you be you. Okay, we're learning to be more compassionate to everyone around us, but in order to be kind to everyone, you have to first be authentic within yourself, and sometimes that requires not necessarily being kind. Okay. You're here to expand, so you're here with your personality to cause conflict sometimes, to expand. But you know what to do in those situations. It's not about reacting, it's about responding and walking away if needed. The eruption of light is number 11. Your every prayer is a power-packed eruption of light beamed into the divine presence. Some pray with fear or doubt, as though prayer is not doing much at all. Yet you understand that prayer is powerful, that it's divine action set in motion. Your power of divine prayer emerges from your heart and out through your throat, whether you speak or sing your prayer silently within your own mind or aloud for all the world to hear. Let your prayers be vocalized as feeling expressed to the divine, in words or song if you choose. You have the power to heal at your fingertips and your vocal cords. Through your voice you can heal. Let your hands be joined in prayer position at your heart, and your mouth open to let the breath of your spirit move through your throat, creating sound as you speak it, and so it shall be. How perfect was that? This oracle holds a message for you. Your words have more power than you realize, and you have a special ability to heal with words. So bring light where it is needed, to uplift through simple kindness spoken. You also have a message to bring. It might be an urge to speak or write on topics that are close to your heart. You may also simply have the need at a soul level to share from the heart with others when you're engaged in conversations. The oracle says your voice is part of your power, so do use it. Okay? The poem simply states, life begins with love. To complete itself again, symmetry is born. Okay? So symmetry is all about the balance, and as we expand, we go off balance to come back into balance again. So it's all about going off and then coming back, going off and then coming back. It's that one vibration, 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. Okay? Use your light to regain balance, to help yourself come back to balance, and to help others come back into balance, to help them come back into their authenticity. So if you're kind all the time, you're going to be off balance, because that's not authentic. Okay? Yes, we want to be kind all the time, but until you can be authentic in that kindness, that's not what you should be. You should be authentic first. Okay? So those are from the Journey of Love, and I'm going to pull you another card from the Traditional Rider-Waite. Let's see what comes up today. I think I got everything, yeah. Okay, so we have the Traditional Rider-Waite. Clear and align. Take another deep breath, guys. The energies, it's been good for me energy-wise, but I can feel that energies are definitely heavy today. Make sure you drink enough water, okay? It really helps with bringing these energies in, okay? Clear and align. Okay, so for this December 11, 2018, for everyone watching, for the highest good of all those concerned, Highest and best good of all is concerned. What is the energy? What do we need to know? What is the message? What is the message? What is the message? Ooh, here we go. So the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups reversed. Okay. And beneath that is the moon. Okay. So this may be an issue just like when I purged the other night, because at night, if I stay up too late, I tend to purge. So it's referencing to that, but also, you know, because your emotions are more vulnerable at night. We also have the, beneath that is the Hangman. Okay. So these are all underlying energies for you guys. Nothing new. But it's about the moon is waxing up to the full moon, so we're feeling these heavy energies, right? It causes the dogs and the wolves to howl, and the lobster to shake his hands. I mean, I'm getting like the Italian guys, like Mamma Mia, you know, but then I'm getting the old Jewish guys, what are you doing to me? So that's the lobster, okay? It's also sending the message, this moon card, that when the full moon comes, it's like, it's a way of people who don't normally see eye to eye to come together and resonate with each other because they're all feeling the same way. And then cry, let it all out, okay? The full moon is about releasing. So it's saying, let it all out. When it comes, let it go. When the energy gets really high and stressful, it tips over. It's time for it to come out. Allow it. Don't push it back down. Okay? This is part of your awakening. Especially when you're up late at night. Okay? That's the underlying energy. The first two cards that came out together were these two. Okay? So we have the King of Pentacles reversed, and then the Six of Cups, which is very much about the twins, but also about children. Okay? It's that innocence of being with each other. And there may be a father around them who is either, there's two completely opposite scenarios. It's either a father who's abusive to their children because they're greedy and just really about themselves, or it could be someone who has lost money and status now at Christmas time and is very sad because they can't get their children what they deserve. But it's also about this person, maybe some of the masculines wanting to come together with their twins and unable to do so because of a loss of income or money, okay? Or not feeling worthy, okay? And that's why they're not coming forward. So it could be about the kids or the twin. And the King of Pentacles reversed, right? So everyone's kind of feeling the pinch this year of not having enough money around the holidays. And I was just talking to someone at CVS expressing the same concerns right now. And then we have the Page of Wands, okay, which is inspiration. Okay, it could be someone asking someone on a date, but it's about being excited and inspired. It's like being a teenage boy, you know, going out on a date. That's totally the energy I get for this. But it's also about being inspired creatively. All right, so this is what's coming up. So for the fathers who can't afford to get their kids what they want, they are going to use their creativity. Okay, they're inspired now by it. Okay. And then we also had these two cards come out, which is the Knight of Cups reversed, and then the Six of Pentacles, which is all about giving and charity, which is very much the energy of the holidays. But the Knight of Cups reversed, there's a couple different things with the Knight of Cups reversed. It could be someone who's jealous. It could be someone who's insincere. It can be someone who just doesn't, you know, who's normally very loving and gives love to everyone, but is being Scrooged for the holidays because maybe they've been burned or something, and they don't want to be giving. It's like someone resisting being charitable. Is saying that it's resisting being loved. But it's someone who's, you know, turned around, they're not feeling loving, they may feel rejected. Or maybe someone feels rejected because he sees other people receiving and he's not, or she's not, and they feel jealous of the other people getting all these gifts and they're not getting anything. So to be aware of that, so someone who is, and this could be someone who's drinking as well. They could be emotionally immature, so they could be saying mean things just because they're feeling hurt right now. So they're calling us also around the holidays to actually look out for these people. The King of Pentacles reversed and those Knight of Cups reversed, who are feeling down and low right now and may come off as not nice, but to be extra giving to them and be creative and inspired in how to deal with these people to make them feel loved as well. That's really the message I'm getting. For the twins, to be out there to help those who are feeling downtrodden and have less than, to help lift their spirits, which is a really beautiful message, actually. I like that. Okay, it's coming up on 010606. So we got love and love. It's all about love and the masculine energy. So make sure you drink your water. Meditate. If you don't like meditation, make sure you get out and ground with nature, work out, or however you ground, salt baths, working with stones. But just make sure you do things that make you feel good. You know, when you don't make your body feel good, then there's more of a chance that you're going to fall and feel negative, okay? So just do what you can to be happy and stay very uplifted for the holidays, and then have an amazing holiday, okay? Have a great day, you guys. Rise and be loved. Sorry, here's the read for anyone who is interested. I know it's hard to see, but okay.